дорогие друзья, мы рады.
بسیار راضی هستیم ما در حال حاضر فقط مذاکرات
طولانی و مفصل با جناب ایران معاهده
انتظار داریم که در هر اقتصادی دولت آمریکا به دلیل سیاست فشار حداکثری که تحمیل کردن به ما
I have kept Mr. Lavrov informed of the nature of these discussions, Iran-US nuclear talks, and about the issues that have been raised during these discussions with the Americans. We were very satisfied with the role that Russia played in getting the JCPOA, Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, the Iran nuclear agreement signed in 2015, implemented. This, the Russian role, was a very useful and an important role that was played in this past agreement by our Russian friends. We are hopeful and expect that in any future agreement over Iran's nuclear program, that Russia will continue its helpful role. And I'm very happy that today, Mr. Lavrov gave me such an assurance. At the present time, we are only engaged in indirect talks with the US side, and the reason for this is clear. Because of the threats by the US administration, because of the economic pressure on Iran by the US administration, and because of the maximum pressure regime that has been imposed on us, we cannot enter into direct negotiations with them, the Americans. But the path of diplomacy remains open, and the notion of indirect talks is not something that is complicated or strange, and it is possible to reach an agreement through indirect talks. We have seen a certain level of seriousness in the first round of talks from the Americans in Oman, and if they are ready to discuss the nuclear issue, and only the nuclear issue in a serious set of discussions without involving other matters, then we can progress further towards a constructive dialogue. So, as I say, if demands are not made by the US side that are impossible to act upon, then it could be feasible to reach an agreement.
But we're not that Europe is going to be great again. Europe is that, I think, very easily, or they can do it the other way. There's a chance to have a great country and
We are ready to help and mediate, to play any role that will be helpful from the Iranian point of view and acceptable for the United States. We proceed from the fact that the only way to get an agreement, as the minister, Iran's Araqchi, has just said, is to agree exclusively on nuclear issues. I would like to emphasize that the Islamic Republic of Iran is ready to seek this deal within the Non-Proliferation Treaty. This is a fundamental point that should be taken into consideration by those who are trying to overload the negotiations with things that have nothing to do with nuclear issues, and therefore create a very risky situation.